We'll get to LeBron in a second, but first, Chris Paul dropping floaters that aren't even on the screen. 2 of his 27 in Houston.
This might be one of the best teardrop floaters that I've seen in a long time. It's above the backboard.
The degree of difficulty on this, and it would have made it if the rim was half the size. Like, he was just out there just doing trick shots.
Yes.
There was another play in the same quarter where he did a spin in the lane.
What up, boys? Stevie Jack say he's in his bag.
He's in his bag, man. You
Paul
got it.
George.
Yeah, that's new for me.
Behind the back dribble. Nice pocket pass to Jeremy Grant.
CC, you know what? I don't know when this happened in the game, but I know when it didn't happen in the game.
In the fourth quarter?
In the fourth quarter, boys and girls, because it was a good play by the Thunder.
Yeah, I thought you were just doing a little charity work, doing a little shout-out for Syracuse or something. Like, when I watched this, I was like, why we got this in the highlight? Oh, Nick trying to do some charity work. Okay, Syracuse. There we go.
Syracuse hit me up for some money yesterday. Ain't getting it.
The real legit rookie of the year, not the sophomore rookie of the year. Donovan Mitchell, let's move on, Nick, with a spinning...
They must have heard from your creditors that you was out of debt.
Just airing me out, CC. Oh, my goodness. Syracuse got bigger problems.
The other rookie of the year, besides Nick Wright.
Rookie of the year. Yeah, you got it. There you go.
And last, we have King James. Doesn't even to look at the rim on dunks anymore. Just watch it. Even better.
CC, who's that look like?
Little James Worthy, Michael Jordan. Anytime LeBron do something, it's Michael Jordan. But that's little James Worthy. Put some goggles on him. Yeah. Showtime.
Flip the 23 around to a 32. Little James Worthy, man.
I like the fact that it came off of a good defensive play.
Yeah. Big play. That was the extended lead, I think, to 15.
Time now for In or Out. We are sticking with LeBron and the Cavs. Cleveland beat the Pacers 100-97 to even the series up at a game apiece. LeBron scored the Cavs' first 16 points. He finished with 46 and 12 boards. Nick, you in or out on the Cavs completing the gentleman's sweep?
I said on the show yesterday I would be shell-shocked if the Cavs lost last night. I would not be shell-shocked if they lost another game, but I'd be surprised. I think they're going to win the 2 in Indiana and then finish it off in Cleveland. I think what you saw last night with Indiana deciding, I'm in, by the way. So with Indiana deciding, we're not going to double LeBron. We're going to play this style of defense, not going to double LeBron. I think if they don't change that up, there's going to be more games like last night.
I think that's their best chance to win. I mean, after the first, there's nothing that happened in those last 3 quarters been like, oh, yeah, the Cavs getting ready to run off and lead. No, the Cavs, they're challenged offensively. Will they have that same intensity 4 straight games defensively? That I can't count on because I've seen 82 games of the Cavs. I'm out. I'm out on the gentleman's sweep.
All right. Sticking with hoops, the Rockets rolled the Timberwolves 102-82 last night to take a 2-0 lead. Chris Paul bounced back from a very shaky Game 1. He put in 27, had 8 assists, and Joe Green came off the bench to add 21 points. Notice I'm not mentioning James Harden. He was there on the court, didn't contribute much. CC, you in or out on the Rockets being the most dominant team in the playoffs?
I can't do that because it's really one game. I mean, the first game, they could have lost that game to the Timberwolves. The most dominant team, I got to be out on that.
I'm in because of who they've beaten. I understand the Warriors, their margin of victory has been greater than the Rockets, but the Warriors are playing a team that's essentially drawing dead.
That's why I almost took New Orleans, because they're the most impressive.
New Orleans has been the most impressive. I agree with that. But, like, from a dominance perspective, the reason I'm in on the Rockets is because of the way they've won. Game 1, only one player plays great, or 2, Harden and Capella, and they win that game. They're up big late, and then all of a sudden it becomes close in the final.
You know what I'm out on? I'm out on the question. Hubbard, that was a bad question from Hub today.
Oh,
let's
I like
go to number 3.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll move on. We'll just move on.
Okay.
Forget the rest of my rationale. Eat that, Hub.
Yeah, I told you.
Write better questions so I can answer.
I told you, I'm coming for you, Pirate.
Really
I'm coming for your head with your woodly handshake.
The audience, America needs to just come spend a day with us here. Looking ahead to tonight, let's see if CC likes this one. Joel Embiid is doubtful for Game 3 in Miami with the series tied 1 apiece. He says he's, quote, sick of being babied. Nick, let's you get something in here. Are you in or out on the Sixers needing Embiid to advance past the Heat? I'm going to just check to see what scripts we're going to use here.
I'm in on the Sixers. In order to win 3 of 5 against Miami, when 3 of those games are going to be in Miami, you're going to need Joel Embiid. You might not need him if they lose tonight. Could they win 3 of 4 if he comes back in Game 4? Sure. but they need Joel Embiid. I'm absolutely in. Miami is a well enough coach team and a good enough defensive team to beat you if you do not have the guy who I believe to be your best player in Joel Embiid.
I'm in, but also I haven't forgotten that they've won 17 out of 18. They had won 17 in a row before this one, and I think 8 or 9 without Joel Embiid. So that right there, they are a better basketball team. All right?
Okay.
Joel Embiid, though, they need him. I mean, he's a great player. Besides the matchup with Golden State, every team needs their great player.
All right, I got Kawhi and I got the draft. Kawhi?
Let's do it.
All right, fine. Let's move on to the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard saga. Many believe Kawhi is on his way out of San Antonio, but a recent report has the Spurs, quote, giving off signals that they will not deal him. CC, you in or out on the Spurs trading Kawhi in the offseason?
I'm in. Now, San Antonio, that's the way they have to play their hand because they like Kawhi. They still want him there. And if you're going to fetch a better price, you can't put him out there right now. So, yeah, they want to hold on to him because you're going to get something better for him because I believe they do want to keep him. They would like to work it out. But also, if you're going to fetch a better price, you also got to act as if you still want him. So, I'm in.
I'm in because we know that Kawhi is willing to play hardball. We also know the NBA does not have a franchise tag. And so let's say they're just stubborn. We're not trading him. We're not trading him. You can't let Kawhi Leonard walk for nothing.
Yeah, Paul George.
Right. You can't, like the same with Paul George. Paul George said, I'm not coming back. See what you can get. People thought they didn't get much. They got a star in Victor Oladipo. We know they would get a king's ransom for Kawhi Leonard. They could get Jason Tatum. They could get Brandon Ingram. They could get every player in the Los Angeles Clippers. Like, they will be able to get whatever they want for Kawhi. And if he really wants to be out, he's going to be out. So I'm in on this.
All right, let's move on to the NFL draft. It's just a week away now, and reports are the Patriots have, quote, expressed interest in quarterback Josh Rosen. Rosen has been considered by some to be a little too smart, which must not bother Bill Belichick. CCU in or out on Josh Rosen fitting into the Patriot system?
I'm in. I know the Patriot system. I know they like smart players on and off the field. They like smart players. I believe that he would fit in. I believe that his ability to throw the football accurately, no one stays cleaner than Tom Brady. So if you ask him, Chris, what's your critique of Josh Rosen? I don't know if he can take a hit. Yeah, what's your critique of Tom Brady? I know Tom Brady don't like to take a hit, so their system gets the ball out of your hands, and he's a very accurate passer. I think this would be a good marriage.
Listen, I'm in on Rosen fitting all parts of the Patriot system except for what they expect from their players in press conferences and when talking to the media. Because Josh Rosen does like to do some talking. He does like to answer some questions honestly and openly.
No, but you heard Jenna say he's smart. You heard Jenna say he's smart. He'll adopt the Patriot way in a hurry.
Right. So I think if I'm Josh Rosen, it would talk about hitting the lottery. Getting drafted into that system with that coach, with that quarterback playing ahead of you, like, I think that's the ideal situation for him, and I think he's the best quarterback in the draft, so I think he's going to fit into most systems.
All right, coming up, how are the Rockets able to overcome a bad night from James Harden? That's next on First Things First.
The FA Cup on